Tony and Guy's Salon.
Hey, Suns fans, it's the fourth quarter.
Drama here in Phoenix. Can the Suns steal one on their home court as we review the Kia Performance Game Summary? Kia Motors, proud partner of the Phoenix Suns. Devin Booker leading the way with a career-high 24. Paul George so far held to 16. And the Suns concluding matters in that third quarter on a 10-0 burst.
Well, and how long can the Suns do more damage to force Vogel to go back to his key guys early on? That's when fatigue plays a factor.
Frank Vogel sweating this one out, seeing a 20-point lead evaporate. And going to the line here is Joe Young. A defensive 3-second call, so the tee by Joe Young. And now the former U of A star Chase Budinger to another former Wildcat, Jordan Hill. We haven't seen Solomon Hill, the other Wildcat. Here's Jordan with 7 double-doubles, second on the team behind Paul George's 9. And Tucker lets it skid out of bounds. So the Suns take over, and they've got it within single digits. So check that, it's 72-61. I cannot add. Here's Goodwin.
Great
Now
pass.
it's single digits.
Great pass from Sonny Weems. Not an easy pass to make.
Jordan Hill with a nice fake. And they got a piece up. Alex Len.
And Alex Len going for the fake on the jump shot. He should invite the jump shot with Jordan. That is a nice pass. I mean, it wasn't like he didn't have a defender in his face, Sonny Weems. He was able to make a solid pass to Archie Goodwin.
That's 2 acrobatic slam dunks by Archie Goodwin. That was the 4th foul on Len. He put the punctuation mark on the third quarter with that slam dunk at the end. Jordan Hill, number 8 pick by the Knicks back in 09. Now on his 4th team, the Indiana Pacers. 10-point ball game. Just underway in the 4th. Can the Suns rally after being down 20? Here's a foul on Miles. C.J. Miles in the last group allowed to jump to the NBA right out of high school. He's now 28, a 10-year pro. That's his second non-shooting.
No, there's that jump in the air pass again. And that's just something that a lot of the Suns players need to get out of their resume when they're passing the ball.
Isn't that extremely fundamental? Now here is Hill, Jordan Hill.
Yeah, you taught that early on.
Exactly.
But athleticism, I think, is what makes players think that they can get away with it because they can hang up in the air. But you know, it's a 2-second decision then when you leave your feet.
Yeah, you think you could pull it off, right? And then all of a sudden you say, uh-oh.
Well, and I say 2 seconds for a guy that can really jump. You know? For a guy like you, it was probably maybe a quarter of a second.
Let's not put me in the discussion here. We're really stretching it, Eddie. I'm lucky I can get out of bed in the morning. Now here's Goodwin. And Joe Young swooping in. Yeah. Now Joe Young has been a factor here.
I mean, 90 minutes of game time. And, I mean, he is playing aggressively like he's a guy that's been getting 25 minutes a game. I mean, he has been very aggressive for them.
Off the scrum, they'll have a jump ball. Look at this dive for the loose ball.
I always said, first guy on the floor has a chance to create something, a turnover, a jump ball, what have you. Archie Goodwin giving his body up for the good of the cause.
And of course, if you're Jeff Hornacek, you're delighted to see that hustle. 13 on the shot clock as they jump it up at the Indiana foul line. Glenn and Jordan Hill. Glenn at 7'1", Hill at 6'10". He's 7'4" with the hair. And I think they got to do that again. Or it was a stolen jump ball. It's going to the Suns.
Yeah, Hill jumped up and grabbed it with two hands and then passed it. You have to bat the ball.
So the Suns take over with an opportunity with plenty of time here. But Brandon Knight has to continue. From the elbow, left it short, kept alive by Lamb.
Alex strong inside that time.
10-point game, 9:38. Indiana looking to snap a 3-game losing streak, coming in 22-19. Tied for 6th in the East with the Detroit Pistons. Every game so critical. Step back by Hill. Kept alive by Buttinger. And the foul, and once again, P.J. Tucker goes right at the official. Scott Twardowski.
17, P.J. Tucker.
Alex Lynn on this end. Being aggressive. All he did was just work Jordan Hill underneath the bucket. Now Jordan Hill's crying and complaining, but that's what Jordan Hill has been doing all game long, is pushing the guy underneath the bucket. Alex Lynn got the best of him that time.
Third foul on Tucker. These officials, I've got to hand it to them. They are showing a lot of tolerance. Because they've got guys barking in their faces, and they haven't called one technical. And Tucker going for the save winds up in the expensive seat.
Yeah, but guys haven't been out of control when they're barking. You know, they haven't showed the official up per se. And I think sometimes when you approach them when you're calm, they'll let you vent somewhat. Maybe this crew was just in a good mood tonight for some reason.
Could be. Well, they're in Phoenix. The weather's great.
Yeah, I mean, 70-degree temperature. I mean, come on.
Yeah, they're probably coming from Chicago, Minnesota, like we did.
Wow. I mean, he came flying in there, C.J. Miles out of nowhere.
Fouls, number 21, Alex Lynn.
Alex Lynn with his 5th.
Third Suns team foul. C.J. Miles to the line, 2 shots.
C.J. Miles to the line. 78% shooter. C.J. Miles, who hit 10 threes in a game a couple of years ago. He is the glue on this team. Very selfless, accepting of just about any role they give him.
He's played well this year. I mean, he's been the reason why they've had some success past what everyone thought they would. I mean, everyone felt Indiana would struggle major time this season. And so they've been a quiet surprise in how competitive they've been.
They've done a good job in changing their whole style. They've gone from a slow, lumbering big team to a fast-paced small team. And it has paid off. And Paul George, of course, healthy and back, and that has paid dividends, as you would expect. Solomon Hill, the other former Arizona Wildcat, is out there. Devin Booker returns, leading the way with 24, a career high. Here's Goodwin, who's looked impressive. That ball deflected out. As I say that, here comes Solomon Hill off to Joe Young, had to turn, and a double dribble.
Yeah, no doubt he double dribbled. No argument there.
Official timeout.
So an official timeout. Indiana leads it 78-65.
Let's head to the south end of the court and welcome back Weezy.
Thanks, Kip. I'm at the free throw line, joined by tonight's contestant, my boy Ricardo. All right, Ricardo, we're gonna get you set up here on the free throw line. Let's get 24 seconds on the clock. Ricardo, on your mark, get set, go! He's got 24 seconds to make 3 shots. 1 from the free throw, 1 from the three-pointer, and 1 all the way back at half court. If he makes it, he's walking away with 5. back at the three-point. Come on, you got it. Focus. Oh, nice try. And that's time. Come on over, brother. Hey, you didn't get all 3 shots, but guess what? For being such an awesome Suns fan, we got a prize pack for you anyways. And thanks for taking the CenturyLink Prism Shot Challenge. Brought to you by the future of TV, CenturyLink Prism.
Turn the beat up. Hey, now I'm glad to meet ya. Turn up, girl, blow the speaker. Yeah, think about it now, blow the speaker. I'll speak louder, let's get wild tonight. Billionaire bottles, we just down. I'm like, ain't no problem, all my wrongs are right. All right, all right. I don't like it, I love it. I got another coming in my budget. I got an anaconda in my trophy. Don't push it, don't.
Now that was a madhouse.
Wow, this is big. It was crazy at the airport.
The pilot came on and said the airport is jammed with people. Right now, we don't know when we're going to be able to land.
I've never been into anything like this in my life.
Ah, the fans and the fashion. That impromptu party at Sky Harbor Airport. One of the many incredible stories that make up Cinderella Suns, a documentary of the 1976 Phoenix Suns' unlikely trip to the NBA's grandest stage. And the decades-long love affair, the team started with their adoring fans. It all premieres in February on Fox Sports Arizona. Booker for 3. Nice rebound by Tucker, fresh 24. Great fake by Knight. Jitterbugs into the paint. Knocks it out now for Goodwin. Plenty of time. Knight. Brandon 4 for 16. 10 points. 8 of those 10 in the third. Suns down 13, just under 8 minutes. Still time. Jordan Hill, no. Indiana shooting 41%.
I mean, inviting the Suns to really get back in this basketball game.
The issue is the Suns shooting 31% and 20 turnovers. Nice swat. Keep it alive by Chandler.
Vogel relying on his reserves and other key guys and leaving Paul George sitting for a while. And Suns need to try to take advantage of George on the bench.
Booker tried to force the issue. Ellis trying to get some contact. Jordan Hill gets it over. And the follow jam by Miles Turner.
Yeah, that rebound just fell right for him. Didn't it? Almost like it was a pass.
On the heels of his career high 25, 15 on 7 for 10. He was 11 for 13 at Denver. So red hot shooting by Turner, although that was a high percentage shot. But he was in the right place at the right time. And that quiets the crowd once again after the Suns had it going in that third quarter. 7:05 to go in the fourth. Back to a 15-point Pacers lead.
Desk outside of section 117. Hey, Suns fans, make some noise. It's free t-shirt time. Compliments of Fry's Food Stores.
You the best, shawty, don't be scared. Let loose, get a Louis like hers. You the truth, get the money, it's
Talking Stick Resort Arena in downtown Phoenix. Pacers breaking it open again, 80-65. Suns cut it to 10. It's time for Always On, presented by Casino Arizona and Talking Stick Resort. And once again, the focus falls on the rookie, Devin Booker.
Just aggressive. And again, he has an uncanny ability to just stay within the moment, doesn't rush things. You know, I'm telling him to take more shots, but the one thing I've noticed with Booker is he doesn't like to force a lot of shots, and that's something he's got to grow into, especially when he's this hot.
Career high 24, 7 for 13, 4 for 8 from downtown, 6 for 6 from the line. He has been the bright spot for the Suns. Miles scoops and scores, and he'll get to the line.
Suns got this game interesting for a minute, and Indiana some high percentage shots, second chance opportunities, and right there, and PJ trying to get set, but he had the foot in the circle, and that's what the officials look for.
C.J. Miles having his best season. P.J. Tucker his 4th foul. He had 19 off the bench in the first meeting. This is the free throw. Has 7 points tonight. Good one. Had that little opening there, burst of speed, and drew the foul.
Yeah, and one thing about Archie, I mean, ever since he came into the league, he doesn't care about his body. I mean, he'll go in there and take the hit. He's always been that way. Obviously, a lot stronger now and a lot more creative than he was in his first 2 years, but definitely one guy that does not shy away from contact and attacking the bucket.
Averages about 12 minutes a game now. His 3rd year out of Kentucky. One of the many Kentucky players on this Phoenix team and around the league. Every year there are 4 or 5 new ones that come in. 82-67 Pacers. Five on the shot clock. Ellis slicing through. Monte Ellis with 14. And Chandler bumped by Jordan Hill.
Jordan Hill wondering why a foul was called. Well, probably because you slapped his arm, jumped over his back.
Might have something to do with it.
Pacers team foul. Tyson Chandler to the line, shooting 2.
Chandler shooting 64%. Big rebound night for Tyson. 14. His season high 17. But not producing in terms of points.
Well, that's not his MO, and we knew that coming in. Defense, leadership are things that, you know, is expected. And that's why I said when Bledsoe went down, you know, and that's not me putting anybody front and center. It's the way it should be. And Brandon Knight, Tyson Chandler have to be those guys. And until this team starts to win, they have to step that part of their game up and be consistent every night.
Good block by Tucker. Here comes Goodwin. Marching it forward, galloping across. Gets it back from Knight. Ellis in the open court. Step around on Knight. And the foul on Miles.
Number 0, C.J. Miles, his 3rd foul.
3rd on C.J. Miles.
Yeah, fortunately for the Suns, they have not gotten to the bonus faster, and that sometimes allows them to get the rhythm. In the 3rd quarter, they were able to just milk their way back in. They've shot the ball very well from the free throw line, and that's been an edge for them.
Into the Pacers lineup number 5, Lavoy Allen.
Lavoy Allen checks in for Jordan Hill. Suns will host the San Antonio Spurs on Thursday night. That'll be a TNT game at 8:30. And back home to play Atlanta on Saturday night. Suns live at 6:30. We'll be with you here on Fox Sports Arizona. Two very, very tough teams. 5 on the shot clock. And the Euro step by Brandon Knight leads to a foul.
Number 33,
John Turner.
His fourth foul.
His fourth. Suns shooting 30%. Their season low is 36. January 3rd at the Staples Center against the Lakers. So when you combine 30% shooting, actually under 30%, with 21 turnovers, that leads to 27 points. It is usually a recipe for disaster. And what's disappointing here tonight is that it was a winnable game, because the Pacers aren't exactly busting the doors down.
They're playing poorly. But the Suns' turnovers is what caught them. But, you know, the poor shooting is one thing. They pretty much hold off on that. Even though shooting below 30% is not good for anyone. But taking care of the basketball, I thought, was what hurt them, because they definitely had a chance.
And I realize it's a shorthanded team. It's undermanned. A lot of the key guys are hurt. Here's a 3-ball. P.J. Tucker. Suns tonight from downtown, 8 for 28. Not a good percentage, 29%. They're third in the league, too, remember.
See, those are the ones you got to clean up. You can't give Paul George 2 chances. You can't give any team 2 chances. They'll make you pay.
P.J. Tucker, by the way, a quiet double-double. 12 points, 10 rebounds. Kind of overshadowed by all the deficiencies tonight. A missed jam by Tyson Chandler. He's got it. Eddie, that's got to go through the hole.
Yeah, it's got to. Misses it, and then Brandon Knight gets the offensive foul. But that's got to go. I mean, but that's just the buzzard luck that the Suns have had.
You see the reaction by Tyson Chandler. He can't believe it. 3:42 to go. The boy Allen.
This is a documentary on how to shoot poorly.
Ugly shots, huh? Brandon Knight slipping through. But Knight 5 for 18, 1 for 7 from downtown. 7 turnovers. 3.5 minutes to go in the fourth. Back here at Talking Stick Resort Arena, yummy, yummy. Wetzel your whistle. 86-75 Pacers, 3.5 minutes to go in the fourth.
I'm struggling watching that.
Yeah, I know.
I'm fasting.
I want some.
I'm fasting.
You look
right
good,
now.
though. You look good.
For the next 2 weeks.
The upcoming schedule, Eddie, as you continue to salivate over the pretzels. Thursday, the Spurs in town. You've heard of them. That'll be a TNT game at 8:30. And then Saturday, the Atlanta Hawks. Coach Bud coming back, the Arizonan.
Then I'm on the road with you.
I know, you make that sound so exciting. Yeah, the 4-game road trip at Philly, Cleveland, New York, and Dallas. We're all over the map on that one. That is some wild and wacky road trip. 4-game, 7-day road trip.
Well, fun places for the Suns to go play, you know, after they play Philly. You know, and that's the way I look at it as a player. I mean,
right.
What a great opportunity if Booker knocks it down.
Booker,
go to
yeah,
Cleveland
once again. That 27 glamorous spots.
Oh, yeah.
Cleveland, I mean, you know, in terms of the basketball situation there with LeBron and company, and then you got
New York,
Big Apple.
You got Dallas, but this game's interesting right here. Suns not giving up.
No, 8-0 run. 86-78. 2:35 to go. Here's Ellis. And the Suns killer with a timely shot for Indiana.
And good one there, but Ellis loves to lean and shoot the basketball.
Ellis with 16 points after the slow start. Indiana shooting just 41%. Great give by Tucker, and Brandon Knight streaks in. 16 for Knight, and it's an 8-point game with 2:07 to go. Don't look now, but we've got a ball game, but they need to stop here, and they don't get it.
Yeah, you know, a team that's struggling in the Pacers for the last few minutes, all of a sudden, they're getting timely buckets.
Lavoy Allen is built like a tank. Gets it to go. Now, Miles with the foul. Taking Goodwin out. That's his fourth.
His fourth foul.
And I've always talked about how an NBA game always comes down, most times, to the last few minutes when it's played correctly. And a lot of it is predicated on taking care of the basketball. The Suns have to kick themselves because at stretches they didn't take care of it, gave Indiana a chance to get a lead, didn't make inroads on that bench with Paul George sitting down and Monte Ellis, and now it's difficult to catch them and close the effort.
The operative expression there was when it's played correctly.
Yes. Well, one of my keys was value possessions. And when you're a struggling team, you have to, and then especially when you're only shooting 32%. So a lot of those things come into play.
Goodwin going for the steal. Good defense there by the Suns. Here comes Goodwin. Oh, the C's part, and then out of nowhere, it's Miles Turner they called goaltending. They're going to review it.
It's close.
Wow.
It is close.
Yeah, did it hit the backboard first or not?
That's what I'm saying. It looks like he almost took it to the glass, tell you the truth. But
yeah. That's a great block.
Archie didn't get it to the glass fast enough. But again, they really have to see it clearly to turn this over because the initial call is goaltending.
Right. On the floor, it's goaltending.
The ruling on the floor is goaltending. The play is currently.
And now Tony Brothers, the crew chief, will check it out. The replay center in Secaucus, New Jersey. It sure looked like it did not touch the glass.
But it's close. I mean, again, Archie had his left hand in front of the ball as he was going. And he was worried, no doubt, that it was going to be a shot block attempt and didn't get rid of it quick enough.
Our excellent statistician, Jim Brewer. You see my finger pointing to him. There it is in the blue. I wish I had a telestrator so I could telestrate that that's our statistician, Jim Brewer.
Take a look at it. He definitely took the ball to the backboard. Turner did, but isn't clear enough to overturn.
Well, Miles Turner, though, he can sky.
Yeah,
and what a chase down block that was, if it was a block.
Okay, thank you. Game clock correct. Shot clock goes to 24. Jump ball, center circle, any two. The ruling on the floor is overturned. It's not.
The play is overturned. It's not goaltending. They're going to have a jump ball at center court. Well, they made the right call, Eddie.
Yeah, they did. They made the right. You know,
unfortunately for the Suns, but they made the right call.
Archie had his left hand really stuck to the front of the basketball, and Turner got to it before he could release it. Anyone can jump here, so Archie's wondering if he has to jump. Archie, no need to worry. Even though I would love to see Archie jump against Miles.
Yeah, Archie was checking with the official. Is it me? Do I jump? No, anybody.
Okay. Look, I tell you, most guys don't know all the rules. I definitely didn't. So, hey, I've only learned them working for you.
Yeah, it's funny. When you become a broadcaster, that's when you learn the rules.
Well, they call you out at the convention if you don't.
I know, they embarrass you publicly. You have to make an effort. All right, 8-point game. Paul George just 16 points today.
Yeah, this is going to stick here.
He wants it, doesn't he? Oh, and he almost threw it away. Saved by LaVoy Allen here with the shot clock running down. Miles lets it fly. And the Suns can cut it to 6 or 5.
I've got to think quickly here.
Here it is. Tucker from the corner. Oh, that would have been huge. Back tap by Lang. Booker's
got to be aggressive here.
He has to.
Yeah, he's got to be aggressive.
Puts it up. And in for 3. How do you like that? It's a 5-point game with 55.5 seconds remaining, making it interesting.
He's special. The only thing that's holding him back is respect for his teammates and not thinking he's trying to take over. And that's the last step for any young player, is to know what line to cross. Well, Booker, I'm telling you, cross the line because you're on fire.
Book it. If you stepped out, there's nothing wrong with your TV set. It's a 5-point game. Time for our Carl's Jr. star. Carl's Jr., official burger of the Phoenix Suns. Guess who, folks?
Pretty obvious, right? I mean, career high, and he's done it with only 15 field goal attempts. I mean, that goes to show you how selective he is as a basketball player. And that's a tremendous trait to have. But I've been encouraging an aggressive Booker here lately because he is the only one that's on fire.
So here we go, 48 seconds to go. The Suns down 90-85. Monte Ellis gets the pick from Turner, lets it go, and hits again. The Suns killer, Monte Ellis.
He's a big-time player in the clutch. I mean, he really is. And at his size, he plays so much bigger than what he is.
He always takes the big shot, and he never saw a shot he didn't like. Monte Ellis with 18 tonight. And he gives Indiana the 7-point lead.
Archie Goodwin doing all he can, but great offense overcomes great D.
postgame show, Devin Booker setting a new Suns rookie record with 6 made threes in this game, Tom Chambers.
I like it. Call his number. Set some screens. Set some picks. Let the guy be a chucker like Eddie Johnson. Just chuck it. Chuck it at will.
Or Wesley Person and Casey Jacobson.
No,
they had the old
Eddie.
record of 5.
Oh, I'm talking about Eddie Johnson.
I know.
Chucker. Yeah, just chuck it up.
I'm trying to divert.
Go
Back to you guys. We'll see you guys postgame. Sorry, Eddie.
All right, Tom. Here's Booker again. Off the mark. He's the 9th Suns rookie to post a 30-point game. The last one was Amari Stoudemire.
How does Tom Chambers look in the mirror after making that kind of statement about me? Really, I'm serious.
31
He never
seconds.
met a shot he didn't like. Matter of fact, he took shots he didn't like, he liked, didn't matter.
Kind of liked.
Paul George to the line, 2 shots.
Paul George looking for 18 points. 5 for 5 from the line.
But he is right.
Undeniably.
Yeah, you have to agree sometimes. That's probably why I'm trying to force feed Booker. But you have to applaud the fact that Booker is very selective and mature at his young age to not force the issue a lot. So
Upset with himself for that last air ball.
That's okay. I mean,
he's efficient. 9 for 16, 6 for 11 from beyond the arc, 6 for 6 from the line. A career high 30 points in 39 minutes for the 19-year-old rookie phenom from Kentucky. Let's see, who are the other guys who had 30-point as rookies? It was, I mentioned Stoudemire, Richard Dumas, Cedric Ceballos, Kevin Johnson.
all Cedric's points was probably on the rebound.
Yeah.
And running the court.
And the other guys were Walter Davis, Ronnie Lee, Alvin Adams,
Ronnie Lee,
and Mo Layton. I saw Mo earlier this year.
Yeah.
The Suns' rookie record for points in a game is 40 by Walter Davis in Boston, January 5th, 1978. Yeah, we saw Mo at that preseason game at the old Veterans Memorial Coliseum.
Looked good. Yeah.
He did. Sat with him for a while, had a nice conversation. Talked about New York, played for the Knicks for a while. All right, Suns down 8, 30.7. Suns ball. What's going to happen here? Len! A rare 3 for him. 21 seconds to go. Out of bounds to the Suns.
Suns ball.
Alex Len with his opportunity to knock a 3 down. Looked good, though. Looked flat, but tough shot.
Would have been his second on the year in 4 attempts. Alex getting it done on the boards with 12. Brandon Knight. 93-87, 6-point game, but time on Indiana's side. 16.1. And the foul by Goodwin.
Number 20, Archie Goodwin, his second foul in the penalty.
Brandon Knight shaken up after that sequence.
Yeah, I think he kind of aggravated something when he took off and dunked the ball.
Watch when he comes down here.
George to the line, 2 shots.
Couldn't really tell there, but
what can the Suns take from this game? Well, one thing, fight. They didn't give up. You know, they didn't give up. They didn't just give in to a 20-point deficit. They continued to work their way back in. 2, they identified the hot hand. They kept getting it to Booker, which I thought was huge. And they took better care of the basketball in this run to get back in the game. So a lot of good things have happened to the Suns to just get back in this basketball game, which is something they can build on.
yeah, they were down by 20 points. Cut it to single digits. Got to within 5 just a little while ago.
Number 44, Solomon Hill, his first foul.
Solomon Hill with his first. And now it's back to 8 with 10.6.
Book to the line, shooting 2.
So 2 shots for Booker. Or is it going to be 3? They announced 2,
3.
but I think he took a 3 when he was fouled. So it's 3 attempts.
I'm shocked they're not looking at it.
They might.
The call on the floor is a 3-shot foul. The play is currently
So the call on the floor is a 3-shot foul. So Tony Brothers once again over to the monitor.
Thought he was inside the 3.
Oh, it is going to be a 2-shot foul.
Yeah, I thought he was inside the 3 on that one.
The ruling on the floor has been overturned. 2-shot foul. Book to the line, shooting 2.
Oh, definitely on the line. So 2 shots for Devin. Trying to extend his career high.
You know, he's had a lot of good moments for a young player. And it's something he's going to keep with him. I mean, just the interaction he had with Dwayne Wade the other game. Being able to have good, solid games on the road. Scoring his career high here tonight. Not many rookies can get all these interactions that Devin Booker has gotten so far in the first half of the season. You know, I'm sure he's going to be the talk of the All-Star weekend in regards to an up-and-coming player. You know, and sometimes I encourage young players to go to that situation and enjoy it because they get an opportunity to meet other players in a nice environment, but also, you know, just to see how it is, because I think Devin Booker's going to have a lot of chances in the future, and maybe he's there anyway. You know, I don't know if the rookie challenge been selected already.
No, not yet, but you know, the Rising Stars competition.
Yes, and I think he'll be there anyway, and so I think it'll be great for him to get that experience.
I think tonight was the deadline for All-Star voting.
Yeah, really? So I voted.
Very good.
I voted for myself.
Yeah.
I don't think I could. I don't know what I'm thinking.
Why not? And you can vote over and over and over. So.
Well, yeah. Well, that means I got 10 votes.
10.6 seconds to go. But you're right. The Suns can, you know, finally take some positives out of this game. Believe me, it could have been a lot worse when you're shooting 33% and you have 22 turnovers.
Building blocks. Yeah, that's what they're involved in right now. Unfortunately, they're going to face the hottest team we've seen in a long time. And that's saying a lot when Golden State is doing what they're doing. But
Suns take over off the turnover. Look out. Here comes Goodwin. Cuts over to Knight. Got to put it up in 5 seconds. He's got it. A 3-ball makes it a 3-point game. A steal here or a foul, and this game's not over. 95-92. What a shot by Knight.
He threw that ball in. And Jeff Hornacek is arguing that they handed the ball to the guy from out of bounds. And that's what we need to take a look at. I mean, how does this go in? I mean, he threw it. He didn't even shoot it.
I mean, the fans who are left here are seeing a thrilling conclusion.
Well, hopefully we can see when they took the ball out of bounds. And the Suns coaching staff are all saying in unison that he handed the ball in to Monte Ellis. And you can't hand the ball to a player. You have to release it. So this would be a tough call. And, you know, the NBA is good about going back and doing it. Oh, that ball looks like it's on his fingertip. That ball looks like it's on his fingertip. Now, the NBA will come back, and they've been really good about it at really, you know, coming back and saying, hey, officials made mistakes, and they'll make their judgments. But then it's too late.
But at a critical time.
Yeah, then it's too late. But it looked like his fingertips were still on the basketball, and that is a turnover.
Wow. Ellis hit the first. Looking for his 20th point, and he's got it.
It's almost as if Ellis just reached in his hand and took it out. That you can't do it. I mean, the ball has to be released from your hand. That's a break for Indiana.
Brandon Knight with that 3-ball has 21 points, but the high man is Devin Booker with 32. Ellis leading the way for Indiana with 20 with those 2 free throws, 6 for 6 from the line. The Pacers getting to the line a lot, 34 attempts. They've made 25 for 74%. 8 of Ellis's 20 here in the fourth. But the biggest number is 97-92. Indiana by 5 with 2.6 seconds to go. It'll be Suns ball. Wow, what a critical inbound scenario that was. That could have gone back to the Suns, down 3 points. Wow. But what a climb back into this game by the Phoenix Suns. Has to instill some confidence going into Thursday. Archie Goodwin playing a role in the comeback. Jeff Hornacek coaching his heart out. So they want to give P.J. Tucker room there. Turner's got to step back. Gets the ball from Scott Wall. Well, try to get it underneath. The good one there is a little flick off the window by Alex Len. 3-point game as time runs out. A dramatic finish, though, here.
Applaud the Suns' effort to try to make this a ball game. That's something they can build on.
Big night for Devin Booker, double-double, first one of the year for P.J. Tucker. Booker with a career-high 32, and the Pacers escape by the hair on their chinny chin with a victory here to snap a 3-game losing streak and go to 23-19. Suns slip to 13-30. Final score, Pacers 97, Suns 94. The next Suns game on Fox Sports Arizona is Saturday as the Suns host the Atlanta Hawks. Suns Live begins at 6:30 p.m. Don't forget, Thursday, Suns host the Spurs on TNT. Now, for more on tonight's game, including Jeff Hornacek's press conference and reaction, it's time for Suns Live, sponsored by CenturyLink, with your hosts, Tom Leander and Tom